3 games already. I have to state the facts. Look, Twisted Minds have not reached that Tyrant Pit in time for the first 4 minutes.
Yeah, they haven't taken any, but they've been pushed away. And this is why AG-AL are so good, is that you can't play the game that you want. And, you know, they've been generally, Twisted Minds that is, have been good at the early game, and they kind of close the game out. They like slow siege, and they just like, you know, use the objectives to their advantage. But they're not able to get any against AG-AL.
I mean, this game, I think, once again, falls into the hands of Hailang, right? If they can get nice catches on this Nua with the Matrixes, block everyone in, then you can kind of maximize the AoE that Fade has with his ultimate, which is going to be piloted by Clean. So, I mean, it's a huge risk, because if Fade gets a lead, he is literally unstoppable. But if he falls behind, it's a hard climb back to the top.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for them. But, okay, we know the drafts, we know everything going into this one. Do you think that this lineup is good enough to take down AG-AL?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you over AG, doom, doom, doom.
Yeah, the drums. Okay, well, just wait a little bit. Now you can go. But CT Boy taking a lot of damage here. Is this lineup good enough?
I think it's okay. It has to be. Oh, okay, maybe not. Zoe has other plans.
Oh, the Phantom Passing even on top of this one. The pushback with those creation blocks, but that was very close for CT Boy.
Okay, look, if they can't silence Zoe in the first, 4 minutes of the game, you know it's going to be a very painful experience and a painful lesson for Twisted Minds.
Yeah, very painful indeed. But they need to have a better early game. They need to give themselves a chance. Give that space into Clean. Let this man kind of carry you. He hasn't really been able to kind of succeed in that sense.
And it's not going to be any easier, right? Eno making the conscious choice with his Roman Strike as well to go up, put a difficult game for 90. So he's going to shut him down because 90 is one of the big catches on the side of AG-AL.
How many times have we seen AG-AL just walk up to that board pit and just take that away? I mean, it seems like minimal, but you know what I mean? If everything on your side of the map is like literally 50-50 and you just protect that, but that slight edge, this one camp just be taken away by AG-AL is just going to help them grow.
Exactly. And this is where that small edge comes.
Yeah, 90 though, dueling with Yenuo, finding him out. Shuai though has to just like connect onto him with that heart link. Zoe with that tether onto Clean, who's using his map hacks, but here comes the emergence. Hailang with that damage. The Bladestorm not going to be enough to just more than zone, but now he's in a bad spot. They have to flash away, and Twisted Mind's going to hide under their tower.
This is why stealing camps are so important, right? The ball now allows them to hit level 4 a little bit earlier, even for the side against Hailang, and now there is no annihilation, there is no turnaround.
I love the way that they're positioning too, AG-AL. Yes, saw the assault, saw the emergence was coming. They back off and realized that actually not everybody was coming. Not everyone is there for the team fight. We can take advantage of that, and they put the pressure on the Twisted Minds.
And here's what's the beauty of it. So take a look at Ran, right? As a Fatih, one of the meta picks in this particular patch itself, able to sustain against Shanks, because if you get close to Shanks, he's not going to have a good time. With the ultimate on Ran, he's able to out-sustain the damage of those Souls of Wolves.
Yeah, that's a feels bad, man, especially when you're Shanks here. You just want to be like, you think you have that ranged advantage, and then you can kind of just bully him out of lane, but with that sustain from Ran, as you just rightly expressed, it just makes it very tough in that lane.
Yes, Zoe now at level 6, and like you said, how many times would they get this for free?
They're always taking the boars. I mean, it's like they know when the cooldown's happening, they understand when they need to make that rotation, but here's a rotation by CT Boy, not able to get anything on this.
Okay, potential kill coming in against Sheng, not going to hit the mark, but this is a good recovery, right? I always like the fact that Twisted Minds, no matter how bad of a situation they are in, they always come back with some hope. 90 one-on-one against Ran. AG Zoe though.
Yeah, but 90 not in a great spot, has to dash away. He's going to be chased. Here's the emergence trying to find out Yenuo, who dashes away.
So just trying to bait out the skills. Hailang this time
looking to go aggressive. They will need to get this one, and they find him solo, and they do get the pick off. That's going to be first blood going the way of Clean. And now Shuai has joined with Shang. Do they get anything in return? Hailang is just trying to just dash away. The Unending Sorrow, though, will stop most of this.
They've learned the lessons, right? This is exactly what AG-AL did to them. Go behind the tower. Make sure your minions are at the wave. They tank the tower shots, and then you go for the kill. And the fact that you have a Fade, it's an instant guaranteed kill once it's past that 10% health bar.
Look at how AG-AL just continue to farm. It's not about the kills. It's always about just the different portions, like the boar pits that you're stealing away. You're taking things out. You're just really starting to snowball. I mean, we're 4 minutes in, but it's a 2K lead.
Yes, which is pretty impossible to play against unless there is a potential steal. Not going to come in time from the side of Hailang here. At the same same time, Clean, unable to match the pacing. He had to secure his Crimson Golem.
Azure Golem about to be taken away as well. Zoe just seer states it and smites it for good measure, but they continue it on. He uses the Conductor of Souls, but Zoe getting a little bit low. Clean with that damage, and Twisted Minds finding some kills, but they're going to be backing off at this point.
Yeah, they're showing the win condition, so this is great, right? They didn't need to care about the Tyrant. They're looking for additional kills. Crimson Golem also open for the taking, but AG-SuperPlay, they're putting 4 members here to defend this buff.
Yeah, they wanted this, but Clean scouting it out. He's going to let it go, or give it potentially to the lower end, but they're going to give it up to Yunoa.
Why is this decision being made? Twisted Minds, they need to get more than this.
Yeah, they needed to have. I thought they were going to go for that, but now it looks like Nighty going to be chased away. Yunoa with that range, making it very uncomfortable. Yes, he gets pulled in with that whatever, but Yunoa dodges that one. He styles, but with that pick-off, Nighty finds the solo kill.
We were talking on the desk as well. It's a team game, and here we go, Nighty.
Oh, here's the team that you're talking about. The flash away. Nighty does survive, though.
Yep, so Twisted Minds starting to play a little bit more team-like at this point. 3 kills for his side, but still the goal lead in great advantage to AG-SuperPlay kill.
Oh, Nighty surviving yet again, but they want to go. Shuai looking for that chase, and Nighty will finally leave the lane. He was looking to stick around and protect that bottom T1, but he's going to let it go.
How many times have you seen a Diadea chase away a main? Not a lot, but AG-SuperPlay shows you how it's done. City Boy caught in the middle.
Yeah, caught in the middle here. He's going to get tethered here. The Annihilation is going to be just barely nicking them, if anything, but Zoe over the wall wants to go for this Azure. He's going to fight this one. He wants to go for that Conductor of Souls, get that pickup, finds Hailong, and CT Boy survives, but they lose the blue buff as well.
No, good team is playing so well.
Bitter farewell. They find Nighty, caught out one too many times, and this time they had enough damage.
6.5 minutes in, there is more. They come from the side of AG-SuperPlay. They have taken the T2. There is a wave marching down. They've pre-cleared that initial wave coming down. T3 under siege.
Under siege here. They do have the minions as well, but it looks like they're going to just kind of limit this one. They're going to calm down a little bit, understanding that they still have a bit ways to go. But this game is a perfect game that encapsulates the fact that, hey, it's not about kills. If you're taking objectives, you're able to out-farm them, you will win far more games.
That's right. Let's take a look at the replay here. This was a beautiful movement coming in. That instant switch of call with the flash coming in from Rana as well to complement the dive by the jungler in the form of Zoe. They also helped to take the Azure Golem in that moment, allowing for even more CDR for Zoe and the nice catch at the bottom as well.
Every time AG-SuperPlay moves across the map, they try to make some sort of engagement. It's like a full-on commit.
Yeah.
The conversion rate is quite high. They not only get those kills, but they turn it into like either jungle objectives or towers.
And AG, they're just shopping in the jungle.
Yeah, they're taking everything. CT Boy's like, okay, enough is enough, but he's in a bad spot. The Unending Sorrow on pack. Yes, he scouted that out. He's been knocked around, but it looks like they want to turn. The Emergence is just going to be pump faked. He's not going to actually commit that.
Look at the way Nighty is scouting him out. Ran picked off and pushed off 4 members on the side of Twisted Minds, but here comes the cavalry. The support is coming in.
Yeah, they want to go. They're going to try to chase them away, but more than anything else, they want the Azure Golem. Nothing for free for Twisted Minds.
Yes, like this is the pressure you have to put. Hailong just made it out, but here comes Zoe.
Yeah, putting the pressure even further on the Death's Precipice on top of this one. Clean gets on top of that wall. He will survive in that sense, but AG-SuperPlay, this siege, this onslaught, so difficult for Twisted Minds to defend.
There's very little answers, right? Because the strength of a Fade pick is to be able to instant execute people, but with the help of Shuai on this Diadea, taking the redemption support item as well, they'll never fall low.
They'll never fall low. There's too much sustain, too much tank. Like Zoe, yes, he's going to get gone on here, and Hailong potentially looking to go in, but they look to just turn this. The Unending Sorrow keeping CT Boy alive.
Yes, and even though Twisted Minds are the ones that are aggressing, it feels like AG-SuperPlay are the ones in control. And once again, no Tyrant for the side of Twisted Minds. The second one in the game goes and falls into the hands of AG-SuperPlay.
I mean, the biggest takeaway from this game is that when you're getting kills, you need to convert it into some sort of tower objective. And Twisted Minds, even with those two or three early kills, they were not able to really, take anything from that.
Last chance, they're trying to go for a kill here.
Oh, potential jump in. Zoe gets stunned, but they're not going to get the catch here. Clean finds Ron instead, but Ron actually turning the heat up on Clean. Yes, he's up in front, but he's able to out-tank and out-sustain everything.
You're too far ahead, Sean.
Oh, Nighty looking to go in, tries to go for that pickoff with that Annihilation, but Nighty in a bad spot, he gets executed.
Baited for real here, Twisted Minds. This is why Shuai is so good. He gets the ultimate down with the Destined Encounter. Didn't even have to pop his support item in the form of Redemption here.
Power play going the way of AG-SuperPlay. Shuai on the backside. He's going to get back to safety, but Shanks gets sliced and diced. Yinoo finding him out. Ron in the bad spot in between two towers. He's going to be picked, but they find Hailong and they want to go for CT Boy. They get the knock up, and AG-SuperPlay in 9 minutes and 50 seconds looking to close out the game. These are the KPL champions. They get the pick off onto Nighty. They get on top of Clean, and they will take the game and the series. They will meet TT Global in the grand finals.